here with a live stream. It's been a few weeks. Actually, hold on, 1, 2, 3. It's been almost 4 weeks, y'all. That's pretty crazy. I did want to go over the severe weather side of things, because today we have a big old enhanced risk for severe weather today. So if I go over to the SPC, we got a big old enhanced risk. Big one too. Big old 5%. Goes from Kentucky all the way up into Massachusetts and going down into the Delmarva area. The wind will be a main hazard. We have a 45% non-hatched risk for damaging wind gusts. And then hail is the least of concerns. We have a marshal back there in Utah too. So, and guess what, guys? We got Bertha. Yeah, we do have Bertha. Let me go back. Yeah, we do. We have Bertha. 60 miles per hour is not expected to be that strong. So yeah, about 2 hours ago, Air Force Hurricane Hunters find Bertha has strengthened, excuse me. Tropical storm watches and warnings remain in effect for portions of the northern Gulf Coast. Curious. Let's go to tropical tidbits. Let's look at some recon. But I gotta plug some. Hold on, y'all. Gotta plug that in. There we go. Good, y'all. We're good. Alright. Let's see what we got here, y'all. Sup, TRG, welcome. I just decided to go live on my phone because why not, right? My computer is just not in the greatest of conditions, but recon has been out there this morning. They've been finding winds in upwards of 60 miles per hour, wind gusts, excuse me. So, shorts don't give notifications, but you were on my For You page. That's crazy. Wow. Why Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky, 5% tours, not SIG 1? That, I have no clue. I mean, the environment is supportive for that later. In my opinion, I thought there were going to be 2 separate areas, one up there near in Pennsylvania and New York area, and the other one down there in Ohio, Kentucky, and West Virginia. But I guess it's just a 5%, but I have no idea why they have not upgraded anything yet. A lot of Cape, I will say. A lot of Cape, upwards of 4,000, 3,500, 4,000. And let's see. Yeah, wind shear is going to increase later too, but everything will probably go upscale. The best chance for a strong tornado is if anything can stay semi-discrete or even discrete before everything congeals up into a big old line of storms. And that will bring with it a damaging wind threat, a widespread damaging wind threat, which is why we have a 45% damaging wind risk. So 995 millibar low on Bertha is wild. Dude, I didn't even think, dude, last night I was like, yeah, it's a tropical storm. Let's go, I guess. And then, you know, when I woke up this morning around 8 a.m., looked at the update, and guess what it was? It was 60 miles per hour. I'm like, bro, what? Like, what is Bertha doing? Bertha's going crazy right now. That said, it's still a tropical storm, but I mean, TRG, you did say it was going to be more of a lopsided system, and it still is. I mean, the convection's not really wrapping around the low pressure. Everything's on the southern side. There's like literally no convection at all on the northern side. It's just everything south of the low pressure. Kind of, yeah. Yeah. It's moving dead east now. It's moving straight east on the latest infrared satellite. Trying to become the worst looking hurricane. Dude, if this becomes a hurricane, dude, it's not impossible. But Recon, I think, is going to go for another pass. Looks like they are. Yep, they're going for another pass. The most significant winds are on the southeast side, more east, but even on the southeast side where we're seeing a lot of that convection blowing up, is where the significant amount of winds are. So, yep, thankfully it's lopsided to the south and not the north, probably going to make this tropical storm very forgettable. I forgot Arthur happened, to be honest. I didn't even know Arthur occurred. It was just so short-lived and so weak. You know what the crazy thing is? So far, 2 of our named storms are or I shouldn't say likely, I should say, are going to be United States direct landfall. So we haven't had any storms yet form in the MDR yet. Just everything's been in the Gulf. I think that is due to the Saharan dust out there from Africa. And that could have something to do with the El Nino. So I'm trying to look at the GFS and see if it has anything long range. But anything in the MDR. Let's see. Nope. Well, nah. Nope. Nothing. There are tropical wave attempts trying to come off the coast of Africa, but it just seems like conditions are not favorable. Likely due to the Saharan dust, maybe. But we'll see. Bertha is going to be something to watch for. I don't expect it to become a hurricane. But who knows? 2026. It's 2026 after all, so it's just going to be a wait and see with Bertha, what we get from Recon. But I do want to look at the hurricane models, because the HMON, I looked at that earlier. HMON wanted a Category 3 hurricane slamming into Texas, which is low-key insane. Or was it the HMON? Yep, it was. wanted a Category 3 hurricane striking Corpus Christi, Texas. That was a 6Z run. 12Z is rendering, I think, or is it? Yeah, it's rendering. What about, I'm curious what the name has. Just for giggles. Just for giggles, let's see. The name is actually more of a realistic scenario. Unironically. Or should I say ironically? Maybe. Yeah. The NAM model, the regular one, 12Z, wants to make landfall as a 992, which that's pretty realistic. It could happen like that into the bayou of Louisiana, and then hugging the coastline, literally hugging the Louisiana coastline. Like nearly all of the Louisiana coast is going to get hugged by this low pressure. That's crazy. But this will make landfall at some point. The more likely scenario is probably going to be around the Mississippi River Delta area, or the Mississippi River kind of start. I want to say end, but I think that's where it ends. The Mississippi River starts. Well, I could be right. The Mississippi River starts in Louisiana, and it goes up into Iowa, I think. So, yeah. And then when it comes to severe weather, I really do think that a strong tornado threat is possible today. For Ohio and Kentucky. I mean, we could see a strong tornado really anywhere today. I feel like the best chance, well, I shouldn't say everywhere, I should say in the 5%, but I do think a greater tornado threat could occur there near the tri-state area, near Kentucky, West Virginia, Ohio, even going into a bit more of Ohio and West Virginia there. I do think we could see a greater tornado threat materialize. We do got storms out there firing already. Or they've been fired. They're just chugging along. Yeah, look at that, y'all. Y'all, look at this. It's a good, decent area of rotation. Is it corruption? Let's see. Oh, wow, actually. Look at that, y'all. That is a good looking hook. You can kind of see the hook. It's even got a little bit of a... It's not the best looking, but... Hold on, if I actually zoom out, I can kind of... There we go. It's kind of an embedded supercell. It's kind of got that little... I don't even know what it looks like. Looks like a... I'm trying to think of an animal. I was gonna say... Man, I don't even know, bro. But you can see the hook. Pretty good there. Pretty well placed hook. But that rotation there, this right here, this right here is kind of in the inflow. You see the hook is going to be right here. That's your hook. That rotation lines up in that hook. Kind of does. We can get a tornado. Is there a tornado warning for this? There should be. I don't know why there isn't. I mean, the rotation looks pretty decent. Ignore this, because this is kind of blocky. Like, you can kind of see the blocky nature of this. Plus, we're scanning... How far are we scanning? Where's the nearest radar? I mean, we're kind of scanning through the mountains a little bit. Just a little bit. But if we scan... We're scanning 5,000 feet up which is pretty high. It's mid-levels, so this is a mid-level rotation. That said, I still do think that this could get a tornado warning because the rotation has been strengthening too. So give it another couple of minutes. They'll probably issue them here shortly, if that does indeed continue to strengthen. But that's probably the best looking storm right now. What's up, Caleb? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to TRG. I don't know if I welcomed you yet, but yeah, like I said, this probably needs a tornado warning. Kind of does look a little contaminated, but this area right here, this matches up pretty well. If I go to reflectivity, well, new scan came in, so I kind of screwed everything up, but it's kind of an embedded supercell, more semi-discrete, but it definitely sticks out as a supercell. It's kind of becoming out. What am I drawing? Excuse me? What the heck am I drawing, guys? I'm just gonna draw. Yeah, guys, I'm not a good artist. I'm sorry, but you could definitely tell it's embedded supercell. Probably semi-discrete, but we're gonna wait for the latest velocities. So far, it's looking relatively tame elsewhere. We do have this storm out here. Has some minimal rotation. Very minimal. About this storm out here used to be trying to do something, but it's kind of falling apart. But we got more storms firing out here in Indiana. I don't know if these will be really tornadic. I don't even know if they will be really tornadic at all. Got a severe out here in Pennsylvania, in Ohio, for this line of storms. So there's a lot of showers and storms out here. What's the upper level rotation look on this? They're looking pretty strong there. Yeah, that's contaminated, y'all. That right there is contaminated. You could kind of see it too. You can see how blocky this is. See how blocky that is. Yeah, even the radar kind of shows that too with the reflectivity. So we're scanning, I think we're kind of scanning through the mountains here in West Virginia. But still, we're getting a good look as to what's trying to occur. So yeah, you can see, I'm gonna draw it again. There you go. There you go. There's a good look. And, bro, these scans keep coming. Okay, these scans keep coming in. So, I didn't know you changed your name. BL Books 1001. I did not know you changed your name. Beth. But we're just gonna watch this storm. They did put a severe on it for tour possible. I do agree with that. Got tired of seeing your email. Yeah, this is looking really blocky. Could be tornadic though. I'm gonna look at meso analysis. Should be getting a new meso analysis here in a bit. Wow, look at all that cape. 6,500. That's an absurd amount. Absurd amount of cape there. But out here in Ohio and West Virginia, even into Kentucky, could see a tornado threat materialize. And that storm there too. Just gonna pull a sounding. Let's see what we got. A lot of cape, I will say. Low level shear isn't the greatest, but it's also not terrible. 133, that'll get you a tornado. But out here is where the greatest environment is shaping up to be. That storm there. So it's gonna be this storm that can, if it can get its act together, could do something. So far, things have been not so active, I should say. Got a lot of severes up here in New York. A lot of storms. Look at all these storms, guys. Also got this storm too. Pretty big storm moving through the New York City area. Going into Connecticut. It's probably in Connecticut by now. This thing is probably rotating. Could be rotating. Let's see if we could get a little bit of a further scan. See what's going on in the upper levels. Yeah, it's trying to do something, but pretty weak, I shall say. So probably has a wall cloud or something on it, maybe. If it does drop, it will be over water, most likely. It's probably going to go along the coastline here, Connecticut. Got storms developing everywhere. Even Michigan's going wild, y'all. Look at that. Oh, using Canadian radars kind of suck. I can't even lie. Yeah, we got storms out here. Michigan too. They were severe too as well, so. But just gonna watch these storms and maybe see if Recon did another pass into Bertha. Okay, they're about to, like, literally, like, they're going through the center as we're speaking. Their pressure is dropping, so that tells me that they're getting closer and closer to the low pressure. So maybe next update we'll get some fresh data from Recon. Yeah, this thing's trying to rotate too, but it's pretty minimal, and also it's pretty weak. Also, the storm structure doesn't even look that good as far as a radar presentation. Also got storms developing out here in Virginia. So, yep, we're just gonna watch these storms. So, kind of curious. Let's see. Ohio, look at that. Some good low level shear there in Ohio. Got a little bit of a cool pull there from those storms that moved through. air mass is recovering behind that. So yeah, your VTP is up in 8s now in Ohio. Even a 7 out there in Indiana. I wonder what's driving that. Is it your vorticity? No. What about your shear? Your bulk shear is pretty strong out there. Yeah, your low level shear is pretty weak out here. So kind of wondering why. There's a BTP of 7 out there, probably due to the cape. But you kind of see a bean shape to them too, albeit not really. Well, that's not good. Hold on, let me see. Bean, 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 bean. Yeah, we got a few beans out here. I really don't know what's kind of happening out here in Indiana. But yeah, I mean, all forcing. A little bit of a forcing mechanism there. Just a little bit. Not too strong. Yeah, we got a lot of cape out here. 6,500. Oh, look at that. Down there in the Atlantic. 7,500. Man, oh man, that's a lot of cape, guys. It's a lot of instability. I want to go back to Ohio. Let's see. Trying to do something. Yeah, that'd be a rotation right there. But you can kind of see that we have some grays in here. So it's not really tight. But it's probably rotating. Probably has a wall cloud, if I have to imagine. And we are kind of scanning quite a bit up here. We're scanning about 5,000 feet into the atmosphere. Even the radar up there in Pittsburgh is showing this. So it definitely has a mesocyclone of some sort. Those winds could translate towards the surface. We could see a tornado threat try to materialize with this storm. So oops, did not mean to do that. Let's go to GF. No, let's go to actually. You know what? What's up, Sinjay? Welcome to the stream. Did we get a new recon? Can't even see the airplane. No, not yet. Not yet. So we're just gonna wait here. They did issue a meta discussion out there for Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, for numerous severe storms are expected through this evening, with damaging severe wind gusts being the main hazard. Brief tornadoes and large hail are also possible. So a brief tornado is possible out there in Indiana, Kentucky. Interesting. I'm gonna watch this storm though. I feel like it could do something if it just kind of matures a little bit more. The ecotops out here. Let's see. Ecotops. $50,000 feet. That's pretty high. 51. Yeah, 51. What about this storm? Let's see. 52. 53. 53. 53K. Okay. 52. Yeah, so this is a little bit higher. So these are above 50,000 feet. I think this one was 51, I thought. Yep, 51. So these are pretty high. 50,000 feet is pretty high. This one's trying to be a little tornadic. So that's something we gotta watch. What's going on up here in New York City? Let's see. No. Just a mess. Little hook there. Oh, rotation too. So this could be a water spout potential. Yeah, that's where your low, what am I saying? That's probably where your rotation should be. If I kind of go to velocities, circle the area, it's a horrible circle, but that's probably where your rotation should be. Unless if it could be further north. I mean, this is kind of an elongated hook. So, yeah, that's probably contamination right there. It's probably in your inflow. Yeah, down here is where you're probably going to see a tornado. Down there. Velocities do match up down there, so could be a tornado threat trying to increase with this storm. Yeah, now that supercell kind of looked a little. Yeah, this is looking pretty good now. This is looking pretty good. It's a little messed up. Brother, what the heck? What in the world am I drawing? I quit. I quit drawing. But it's trying to yeah, it's trying to do something, guys. Good surge of inflow. waiting for the latest velocities to come in. So yeah, this is looking a lot healthier now. Kind of see. Yeah, look at that. Getting a little bit more healthier, guys. How about this one out here? Is this one trying to do anything? Not really. But yeah, this one's something to keep an eye on. I'm tired of holding my phone. So we're just gonna put it back on the little rest, little tripod. The hook is trying to do something, in other words. So but just wanted to hop on here and talk about a few things. So probably an end off the live stream here. Just wanted to talk about the tropics and talk about the what's going on, what's going to happen. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the stream. If you guys are new here, consider subscribing to the channel. So we're gonna end off, and yeah, peace.